shout out to Bobby Rio for this point. And guys, real quick, yes, I am transitioning not from male to female, but from normal boring game, normal human game to more emotional game, okay? Because the reality is, yes, you can get girls by being a normal dude, but those are typically girls that are kind of just down for you anyways. Whereas game is like, how do we get more than just 1 out of 100 girls, right? That 1 out of 100 is like that one girl that really likes you, and she's like the most likely one to be your girlfriend, you know what I mean? But like, I don't want to have to fail with like 10 other dates to get there. So you need to be evoking the right emotions, and these emotions are that of fun, connection, and intimacy. Okay, so shout out to Bobby Rio for this. It's the triad. Okay, so if you're on a first date or you're on a date with a girl in the initial stages, you want to be evoking throughout that conversation or throughout that date the emotions of one, fun, obviously, right? And fun can be teasing, it can be making a joke, it can be exaggerating, it can be double clicking on something like a tree. Like, are you like a tree? Are you like a, you know, a crazy horticulturist or like a gardener? Like all you do is like, you know, you go to bed in your garden and you wake up and you're all muddy and you just love gardening that much or something, you know what I mean? Fun. And then connection is kind of like sharing relatable emotional experiences. So yeah, when I was a kid, like we went to this, you know, Bobby uses this example of like a summer camp where like they were drill sergeants and it was just this like crazy, like weird militant experience, and it was very difficult, and it was, you know, this and that, right? So he's sharing a story. It's interesting. It talks about, you know, how he felt and how he experienced it, as opposed to, you know, oh, what do you do? Oh, I work at this you know, food shelter. Oh, cool. Like, you like that? Like, yeah, it's nice, you know. That's so surface level. And guys, girl, like, your success on these dates comes down to if the girl actually felt an emotional spike. And an emotional spike is like when, you know, maybe your buddy sends you a reel, like an Instagram reel, and you like laugh, right? In that moment, you get a quick spike of dopamine and of fun and of laughter and of, you know, whatever, cheerfulness. Or if a girl, you know, doesn't text you back for like a whole day, you're like having this long emotional spike of like anxiety and uncertainty and questioning, right? So that's an emotional spike. Girls, your success with girls is literally dependent on these emotional spikes. So you need to evoke that emotional spike of one, fun, she likes it, she's enjoying it, maybe a little bit of laughter, teasing, that type of thing. The second one is connection. So she actually feels like she knows you as a person, and she's like, you know, almost forming a miniature bond with you. And then the last one is intimacy. So yes, if you evoke this, you know, say you guys like, kind of like you like rest your hand on hers or something, right? That's romantic, that's intimate, right? You're building like this physical connection. Sex, you know, obviously, like, girl's gonna, you know, feel connected to you, right? That puts you like, you know, a league ahead of everyone else she's gone on a date with. If you actually, you know, got in there, like, yeah, that's, so intimacy is another one, guys. So you need to be kind of escalating. You know, you can't necessarily have these like really fun and cool, like interesting, quirky dates, but like all you did was hug her at the end. Like, come on, you know what I mean? She actually, that probably won't work. So you need to have the triad, guys. And again, moral of the story is, you can get away with normal boring game, but and that's for the girls that are already kind of down for you from the jump, just based off of what you provide as far as your, you know, looks and your situation and your status or whatever. But if you really want to have game, game is about evoking these emotional spikes and being interesting, charismatic, yeah, and spiking the right emotions of masculinity. You know, she sees you as a masculine dude with some edge. You playfully disagree. You playfully tease. You know, you make her wonder. You make her second guess. She's not sure about you. You evoke uncertainty while you're certain. You're a leader. You know, you have the authority, that type of thing. You're in control of the interaction, that type of thing. Masculinity spikes, and also fun spikes, intimacy spikes, flirtiness. Flirtiness is a big one, guys, for fun and intimacy. So that's the message of the day.